Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is 2 big goals at a time. Well, I got this idea from Black Dragon, one of my favorite bloggers. You should really check out his website. It's got all kinds of great ideas there for men, how to improve their lives and in various ways. Some are probably quite controversial, and then some make perfect sense. But I think if you read that stuff that he produces, you'll really improve your life. I know it's I link to him all the time on my website, and I'm reading his articles. He comes out with a couple of articles every week. It's very good website. So anyway, the two goals at a time. Yeah, well, I mean, when you get into trying to improve your life, they always talk about making goals, setting them, putting a deadline on them, and working on them. But a lot of times they'll get into, have a lot of goals, a lot of a list of your goals. Well, I mean, that's good because that initial burst of writing down the goals will start you to help you clarify your life. But the idea is to only work on 2. If you have 10 or 20 or 3 or more than 2, it's really difficult to make progress on any of them, because your energy is then split. And how do you divide your time? How do you divide your energy? Sometimes you'll be working on one goal, but it will contradict another goal. You see what I mean? You may have let's just give it a simple example of a young person. And they may be wanting to graduate college. They may be wanting to get in the best shape of their life. They may be wanting to go out partying every weekend. They may be wanting to start a part-time business. Right? Well, that's 4, and all those things take a lot of energy, right? So you just can't. There's no way to get all of those things with a normal person making progress on them. It's just nearly impossible. I don't want to say it's possible. I just want to say it's nearly impossible. It's simpler and easier for a person to just focus on 2 goals. And actually 1 is better than 2, but 2 is good because sometimes the two can be related, or working on different aspects of your life, and that will keep you motivated. So you probably have to make a living, and probably what you're making a living at isn't one of your main goals. So you're going to need to work on these goals in your spare time, before work, during breaks at work, after work, weekends, holidays, vacation time, all of that. All these goals to improve your life are usually done in your spare time. Like a young person going in middle school and high school, most of their time is going to be stuck going to school. Going to school might not be their goal. Of course, I would argue that for a high school person, or when you're in school, the doing well in that school, learning all you can, and graduating, that should be your number 1 goal. And then you have another goal on the side. So that goal will take you considerable time. When I was in college, my number 1 goal was to do well in college and graduate and get my degree, so that I could get on to the next goal of making a good living for the rest of my life. Well, I accomplished that, right? And then while I was, I didn't really focus on the second goal at that time. I had a lot of little things I was working on. I was working out pretty hard with the weights. I was going out on the weekends with my friends, and trying to get someplace with the girls, and trying to keep up on the news. But really, the main goal was overwhelmingly the schooling, and that's So that's what I did. As different parts of your life, you may be. Sorry about the radio. I forgot that I had it on. You may be a young father, and the main goal is taking care of your children and the mother of your children. That's, of course, an extremely worthy goal. But that will involve you going to work, having a good job, health insurance, making sure everything is running smoothly. You're taking care of things. And that was pretty much my goal for many years. Many years. It was an overwhelming task. So now, I've just finished a couple of my main goals, and I moved on to some new ones. So the couple of the old ones were to take care of some of this major dental work that's been hanging over my head for years. And I did that, spent a lot of money doing that, going through a lot of office visits and prepping and getting ready, and everything just had to line up perfectly. So the goal, I had to set the goal as a major goal, otherwise I would have just been spinning my wheels for years on it like I was, because I didn't have it as the main goal. In addition to that, I finished my book, which you should go and check out on the website. It's called Leave Your Wife and Become a Happier Man with the 3-Step System. So I got the system right, and then I talk about the book, and you're going to love the book if you have any type of trouble with your wife. Check it out. So I finished the book, and then in addition to the book, I needed to write up get all the payment methods and link it to my website, and there's a lot of little steps involved. So I just had to finish the book, get it just right. I spent months editing, writing and editing and getting it just right for you. So you're going to love it. I tell you, you're going to love it. If you have any trouble with your wife, you better get the book. But anyway, that was a goal. Finish the book and get it for sale and get it on the website and get it all linked, and then all the dental work. But now those two are done. I've completed those two major goals. Well, now I've shifted those goals. They're done. And I'll be talking about the book on and off all throughout the website, because it's going to be so handy for you. But the dental work is done. Now it's just the minor, normal, yearly dental work here and there that's necessary for a normal life. So I've shifted to two other goals, and the two goals are, one is to get a great job with a certain employer. So been making a lot. There's been a lot of effort in this, and I spent a lot of time, and I'm still working on it. I don't have that yet. I'm still working on it. And then along with that job is to move to the city where the job is. So the two goals are linked. I need to get the job in the city in that city to move, because that's where I really want to be, and the type of work and who I'll be working for is really what I want to do. So the two things are part of my dream life scenario, where I want to live, doing what I want to do, and that's the thing that's been amiss in my life for quite some time. So, wish me luck. But those are two main goals. So, like I said, with the trying to get a job, is like it's like a part-time job, because there's so much effort involved in the getting it. Right? So it's not just call them and say, "Can I come and work for you?" It's all of these, the resumes, the letter of qualification, and you got to be tailoring and tweaking and massaging and working on that paper, getting it just right. It's not just one resume like in the old days. You got to tailor the resume for every type of job, and I've been trying to get for this employer, and the different jobs within them will work. But now finally the perfect one is available. So I'm very optimistic on that. But, you know, since I wanted to move to the city and I wanted to work for that employer, I've been trying different avenues and spending lots of time on this part-time endeavor of getting, you know, preparing. And a lot of times just trying to get a new job is just being ready, you know, having your interviews closed already, trying to be presentable at all times just in case, staying positive, staying open, combing through all the locations where there's information about the jobs and trying to figure out if it's going to work for you. Oh man, the sun here is just terrible for making a video. Sorry about that. So anyway, the two main goals, well, I'm working on them. I'm working on them very hard, although I'm taking a break now because I've going up to have a little fun. You know, always fun is always in the back, is always one of the things that I'm trying to do at all times, is trying to have fun and trying to have a good life. So that's in there, but it isn't like the main goal. Now I'm hoping that once I complete these two major goals, well, then I'll set another couple of goals. But, you know, I don't want to get too far ahead because I want to keep focusing on the two. And that's the trick with the two goals, is just you got to keep focusing on them and working on them and being persistent and staying positive for long enough that you accomplish the goal, or long enough that you abandon the goal. That, you know, you find out, oh, I guess I didn't really want that anyway, or it's going to be that goal was way too ambitious and I'll have to reevaluate. So certainly with my two goals, if it's too ambitious and it doesn't work, well, I'll have to reevaluate. But in the meanwhile, I'm proceeding as if I'm going to get accomplish those goals, and I'm doing the appropriate amount of work, persistent effort toward them. So give that idea some thought. Work on two main goals at a time, and work on them until you get those goals, and then start any new goals. All for now.